Hello ladies, moms around the world. So I'm doing this video because I want to share my story or my struggle with mastitis. Okay, so what happens with mastitis? What mastitis is it is the clogging of your breast ducts, or one or several, whatever, and then the milk somehow escapes from your breast ducts into your bloodstream. Your bloodstream recognizes it as some sort of bacteria, and you experience flu-like symptoms. Okay, so I experienced mastitis recently, and it was horrible. Let me tell you, honey. I think I had the worst case of mastitis in the history of whatever the mastitis is, or the mastitis situation. So I wanted to share with you guys how I was blessed to receive information about naturally curing mastitis without taking antibiotics. Okay, so first I'm gonna share with you what happened with me. So, late one evening, I'm up. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm up because I'm usually up kind of late, and I started getting cold. So, long story short, I started getting really cold. So I'm like, oh my gosh, let me just get under the cover. I'm just a little chilly. And then it went from being chilly to freezing. I mean, to the point where once my hands went numb, I said, okay, let me call the ambulance because I don't know what the hell is going on. You know, I didn't know what was going on. So I called the ambulance. Long story short, it happened with my left breast. It was hurting so bad. But I assumed that because I was so cold, that the milk in the breast had just become hard because of my body temperature, not knowing that I actually had a fever. So it was actually a fever in hindsight. Um, Whatever. I'm not going to even try to explain all that because I'm not no doctor. Okay. Um, Anyway, so yeah. So I get to the hospital. They tell me I have a fever. They give me, some Motrin or what have you to bring down the fever. Tell me I can't wrap up in anything, okay, because the heat inside of my body need to be released, and then the chills will go away, subside. So the chills did not subside until maybe I want to say 6 o'clock that next morning, 5, 6 o'clock ish. So I was freezing for a few hours, few good hours, and okay, so then they give me nothing. They never even checked the breast. Never checked the breast. I told them that this breast was hurting. They never checked it, and I was just completely out of it. So and like I said, when they asked me, I told them, okay, I'm assuming that it's it's frozen. It's hard because because I'm cold. But them being doctors and knowing that I have a fever, that doesn't even make any sense. If we understand that I have a fever, now that I'm looking back in hindsight and I'm not freezing and bugging out, I hear myself what I'm saying, and then I'm examining the position that the doctors have and should have fully examined me. But people collecting a check today, okay? They ain't right. Excuse me. So, okay. So, long story short, next few days, I felt so horrible. I mean, I've never been that sick in my life. So, I saw a YouTube video. There's a lady that has a YouTube video. I will actually look for her video and then leave the information underneath this video because I don't remember the name of her page or what have you, but I will look for it. She gave me some really cool advice, really great advice. She gave me, not personally, but I looked at a video. And she said to go get some camphor oil. Camphor oil, and it's 100% camphor oil. At least that's what I found. So you dilute it with some olive oil, which is what she also stated in her video. This is just a suggestion. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not telling you what to do. Let me just throw that disclaimer out there. I'm only sharing with you my experience, and you take it upon yourself to do, as you please. So she said to take that camphor oil and put it on a cloth with some olive oil, and then wrap the breast, and then after that, wrap the breast with some saran wrap, and then another piece of cloth. Followed by that, put your bra on, and you're good. So I did that. Went out of here. I live in the South now, so it's a few miles away to go get this oil. So I went to get the oil. Called a few helpful stores. Went to get the oil. Did what I did what she instructed. I went to sleep that night and I sweated. I sweated profusely. And I'm like, I'm in my sleep. Like, why am I sweating? But I woke up the next day and I felt so much better. I mean, I felt so much better. I wasn't completely cured, but I felt a whole lot better. So, you know, again, I'm not giving you medical advice. You, of course, go see your doctor. Okay. Go see the check collector. And, no pun intended. Stop it. And yeah, so that's what I did. That's what I did, and I felt a little bit better. But the sickness was not going. It was not going from me at all. So what I did was I said, okay, I gotta get this off of me. So I went back to the hospital, told them, listen, I think I have mastitis. They looked at my breast and said, yeah, this is mastitis. Gave me some antibiotics, sent me home. Took the antibiotics for about 2 days, and I said, this is not working fast enough. This is just not happening right now. I mean, I could hardly lift my head off the pillow. I was just sick. It was horrible. Um, Ran out to a few health food stores in the neighborhood to see if if there's any natural. I prefer, I believe and trust and know that the Lord God, the creator of heaven and the earth, gave us something to cure everything that we can imagine possible. And that's what I'd rather do than deal with pharmaceuticals, to each his own. But ran out, see who could help me out in the health food stores who know more than I do. And went to one, clueless, went to the other. The the people that own it weren't there. They left their son there. So, long story short, there's a doctor here in the South. Her name is Miss Muhammad. And I ran into her. She told me what to do. So, again, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm only telling you what I did. You do as you please. Miss Muhammad, I'm glad baby, you ready for this? You're gonna feel better. She told me to get some activated black charcoal. Some active, excuse me, okay, I'm making it for you. You can get the iPad in a little bit, okay? Just give me a few more minutes, okay? Leave me come with that. Sorry. So she told me to get some activated black charcoal. So I got the activated black charcoal at the health food store. Some turmeric. Got the turmeric. Oh, I actually have the turmeric sitting right here. Right here. Turmeric. And it's a little black because it was in the same bag with the activated black charcoal. Yeah, with the active black charcoal, what have you. I took it out the bag. That's the same plastic bag. So turmeric, activated black charcoal, and some bentonite clay. Now I had bought. They sell like the little packs of bentonite clay, so that's why I don't have a jar of that. But I bought the little pack of bentonite clay, and she said, "Go home and make a paste." Went home, made a paste, pasted my breast up, paste my breast up, or what have you, and then I wrapped it with the saran wrap. And I wrapped it with the saran wrap to lock in that moisture. Okay, and then I simply put my bra on. I made sure I wrapped it real good. I think I wrapped it almost around my back and then around like that, and around this one breast, just to make sure I locked in all the moisture and try to get up under here too a little bit because there's that gland under there, and I think the sister in the first video spoke about that too. And and I wrapped it and and massaged it down good, and I wrapped it, you know. And my children helped me and let them be in a part of the healing process for their mommy. And I wrapped it, and then I took a cleanse, a 7 day cleanse, a 7 day women's cleanse. As a matter of fact, I had that. You'll see me straighten out my shirt because when I get up, I want you to see my fat. I'm fat, Zorlin. I'm fat. Hold on, I'm gonna get it for you. I'm not gonna be fat so long because we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna do I tell and not invite. Wait, no, not idle. Okay, so this is the cleaner. The Can you see it? Cause my camera ain't the best. The 7 day women's formula. This stuff is excellent. Don't ask me why I still got pills in here because I'm slow. That's why I still got pills in here. I still got pills in here because it says take 4 capsules. So you're supposed to take 4 capsules in the morning and then 4 capsules in the evening. I was taking 4 capsules in the morning and I forgot all about the evening. I'm telling you, I was out of it. Okay, so I have just a few left in here, but this was really good. You know, it cleanses the blood, and that's why she recommended that I take this because, you know, I mean, with mastitis, they say still breastfeed. I'm not gonna lie to you, my baby wasn't touching his breast no more. If you can do it, I suggest, you know, still breastfeed. Um, but he wasn't touching this one no more. I could not do it. But you know, I still want to breastfeed after this situation. So and then, you know, they become attached. So anyway, I did this because it was safe. You know, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you my example. I paid $17.95 for these. So worth it. And a lot of water. A lot of water. And I took a lot of water, drank a lot of water, and I mean, here I am, voila. The antibiotics is in my closet. I will get up and get them too when I'm playing. The antibiotics is in my closet. The Lord gave us everything we needed, okay? So, yes, that's how I, that's how, that's how I became cured of mastitis, okay? And that's all, because my video long enough. But I just wanted to share that with you ladies because that's serious. And if you're going through that right now, my heart goes out to you. You know, pray because we can't put our trust completely in, you know, these external things, but just pray and do what you got to do. Faith without works is dead. Have a good one.